you and I need to homebrew a crop dusting action for home hot pants. It's got to happen. You know this has to happen before next session, and I'll let it be like an action. Like
nice. You can roll stealth to determine the silence but deadliness.
No, my stealth is terrible. Always.
Then it's gonna be a little loud.
He is an old man. They're gonna be
on a critical failure. It is not a fart.
I trusted it. I trusted it.
Never tried it.
All right. Who remembers what happened last session? Oh God, who has not blocked it out?
Well, let me read what little bit of notes I had, because I think I was depending on Vance for notes. Okay, let's see here.
I like it when people do notes. They take notes as their character would take notes. They're like, oh, I've got a high int. My character would probably take notes, and then other people are just like, me hit with club.
Yeah.
And that's their notes.
I just have no organization skills. Okay. Let's see. So the Noodly Appendage Boys was from the session before that. And then the first thing I have after that is in large letters, I got Play Dragon. And then I have
That's right.
Sunrise Through the Big Butte. I don't know what that was. I think there was a large butte at some point. Polar Star, Nectar/Neckbeard, Meridia, the dwarf. I have something about Welk's Tavern. Then I've got the Dragon's Guard. They send runners into the Pine Wilds sometimes. There's some Captain Bergavor. I've got Animal Cracker McGee and Admiral Carnigan. Animal Cracker McGee is now his first mate.
Yep.
And then I've got the whole Taggart, the load-bearing tomb thing. So you gave me Play Dragons, and I masturbated. Me and Ossifer actually bonded. We actually had multiple bonding times. I mean, we don't like each other, but we like each other more than we did before. So we still hate each other.
Each other a little.
A teeny tiny bit. And then, we went to go find wherever this dragon hut, his old dragon cave was, and then I snuck off and talked to my peeps. My underground peeps, and I found out where to go and where to sell my dragon porn. I found out who was the freakiest freak in the village, who would buy my dragon porn, and so I got lots of money for it. We'll have to.
And that was Tagger.
It was Tagger, which will be good to know because I feel like in the future, knowing the freakiest freak in the village could come in very handy.
Well, the freakiest freak who had the means by which to purchase anything doesn't mean he's the freakiest freak around.
Well, he's gonna know.
Just means he has some money.
The other
to throw.
freaky freaks, then.
That's true. They have a whole freak underground.
You did give me a lot of
network,
money for my Play Dragon, but I really wanted to try and negotiate for even weirder porn, but I got kind of shut down when I tried to negotiate more, so I gave up.
Oh, did you?
Yeah,
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't
okay.
realize. That might have been... Don't worry, we'll get you some weird.
Okay, so that happened.
Dragon porn.
Dragon porn.
AKA Dova kink.
Yeah. No, my dragon porn has dragon porn! I jerked off. You guys heard it. I am the dungeon masturbator. Okay. And then we went to the tavern that I got told about. And then I was arm wrestling. And I failed terribly. The Minotaur threw me across the room. But I did make some friends in the process. I caused one guy to get his entire arm broken. And then
he will never be the same.
I started screaming about spicy soup, and finally I got railroaded directly to the front counter so that I could directly ask about the spicy soup. And then I did that, and then now the doors are locked and they are ready to tell us about this super secret society that I've stumbled upon, and I'm gonna act like I totally knew this is what was gonna happen.
Specifically, the Black Dragonborn, who was sitting, possibly posing as a bouncer, stepped up and locked the door. As you guys stand there in the silence beyond the lock clicking, Welk sort of sighs and steps back from the bar, leans against the wall, as though he is withdrawing himself from the situation, and the Black Dragonborn, who has just approaches you with arms open, and he says, "It's nice to see you here today. I wasn't expecting 2 new sets of recruits in the same week. That is quite unusual. If I may ask, do you know who we are?"
Of course I know who you are. I just asked for spicy soup.
"There are lots of ways one might come by those special words."
Would I be here if I didn't know who you were? Is it possible? Would I do?
"You walked in here and put your dick on my table. I am not making any assumptions about what you are or are not here for."
You know what? Fair. So can I, try to deceive him or whatever that I know, but,
Well, that depends. You can try all you please. That depends an awful lot on what you actually decide to say, though.
Well, I'm personally have a very active underground life, and I've heard whisperings and tellings of different, secret societies. I'm sorry.
I mean, truly, if you've heard whisperings of secret societies, how secret can they be? I am a noble and upstanding citizen, so I have no clue who you are or who this group may be. And I would appreciate being caught up to speed on this whole deal.
Yes. You will find that we are all noble and upstanding citizens in the right light. But I'm afraid that status, in a more objective sense, may be in jeopardy.
Oh,
yeah. All right. You know what? I got a confession. I really have no idea who you guys are.
Yes, no shit.
Why is everybody so mean to me?
Well, because he says, "Well, you did put your dick on a table."
That is a gift. That is a gift from a dragonborn.
You left a stain.
Look, that guy said he liked me.
There's a little greasy fucking stain.
Mm-hmm.
We are somewhat lacking in the gravitas that I generally like to sort of spread around before making this admission. But one does what one can. You find yourself in the belly of the beast. We are that which crawls upon 100 legs, though a single beast. We are the Order of the Centipede. Pause for effect.
Truly ominous.
Don't patronize me.
Order of the Centipedes. In parentheses, in my
Guessing
vagina.
probably not, but is there any potential way that we would have heard about this order at all?
You guys can roll a history check, and you can roll it on without proficiency, as you please.
I've got a -1. It should be fun. Nope. But
You're exactly as clueless as you were before.
Hopkins is as clueless as always.
18.
Okay, so I will say, just because of his backstory, Jack, he's heard whispers, but it all sounds like mythology to him, and he doesn't have anything solid to go on, but he knows that the vibe is bad. As I said, Hot Pants knows nothing. Resh, simply because they have such a big presence back in Cartouche, where you come from, where you hail from, and have been known to cause havoc. You've heard of the Order of the Centipede. They are a worldwide organization. They are a crime syndicate. Essentially, think the mafia. You know that their catchphrase, "one beast on 100 legs," refers to the fact that they basically operate in cells, and the individual members of those cells generally have no full knowledge, or at least only, at best, a very partial knowledge of the whole of the beast. And it's this sort of technique that has allowed them to insinuate themselves into every major city in every nation in the twin continents of Aranarka. Because if one is found out and burned to the ground by the forces that do good, they can simply sort of rise again after the fact, and no information ever leads back to whatever central overarching hierarchy they have to work with.
Mhm.
But they are very serious. They are the real deal. They are kind of the who's who of organized crime. The Black Dragonborn steps towards you with his arms apart in a sort of a welcoming and friendly and not immediately violent gesture and says, "My name is Skint. I am the leader of this cell of the Order of the Centipede. These are my centipedes." In the back of the room, the Minotaur goes like, just gives a little wave. Skint stands before you and he says, "Now, it seems that you want to enter into some sort of arrangement. I assume there is something that you want from us."
I mean, do you guys really want Hot Pants to do the negotiation right now? That's all I'm saying.
I mean, you've got the charisma, yeah?
What is my charisma? My persuasion's high.
Your charisma's high, you just don't use it wisely.
Don't use it wisely.
Was Jack going to say something?
Yeah, we've come into possession of some very interesting information that we're trying to pursue further. And we've been looking for someone who may have their ear to the ground, let's say. And we were wondering if you may be that person.
Very little passes through the dark trenulations of this city without coming to the ears of one of my centipedes.
Well, that is quite fortuitous. We are investigating a possible crime that may have occurred. Something.
So I kind of freak out as Jack just starts giving away all of our information. We don't need to talk about a crime to the crime syndicate. Okay.
I mean, it's in the name. If we're going to talk about crime,
Yes,
we
but
should
I feel
talk
like
to the crime syndicate.
We would seem to be the experts now, wouldn't we?
I mean, yeah, if we're going to talk to anyone about it, I don't want to waste my time with amateurs.
I'm just saying. So we've got some things we need to know. We heard you guys have lots of good information, and maybe we could work something out. We have many talents. And it sounds like when we came in, and it started that you were talking about something maybe being wrong here. Maybe we could help, and then you could give us information. Doesn't really matter why we need the information, and I really think that you would understand that we just need some information. And we don't necessarily need to talk.
There's not much money
past it.
to be made in asking questions, but in answering questions, certainly. We try not to delve too deeply into the pasts of our young scions, but perhaps we could come to an arrangement. You all seem to be a motley lot. You frighten me, Dragonborn sir, but you seem to be...
I adjust my cock in my pants.
One assumes you couldn't have grown to such a ripe old age by being incompetent.
One would assume.
Sir, human, have a bearing of stateliness about you, and I believe I recognize the trappings of a cleric of one god or another, which would seem to indicate magic use. Are you handy in a fight?
Is he looking at any of us in particular?
He's looking at all of you. He's going back and forth.
Wait,
What about you, the creepy girl in the back? Dysana says nothing. Dysana T-poses.
Resh will just do that. How do you word it? You know how like when, well, it's usually more like, I don't know how you'd convert it from, you know, a normal big cat to like an anthropomorphized big cat, but you know how like when they do like that big muscle roll, just like you just watch all the ripples of like when they're doing like not a big stretch, but just like that whole So he just kind of shifts his armor just a bit and gets that whole kind of ripple going, and we hold our own.
And right after Resh does that, I slam my... Oh, wait, I want to do an unarmed strike on a table. I want to just slam my Dragonborn hand down on a table.
Cool. I would say roll damage, because I don't think the table's gonna get away. Well, actually, if it's an unarmed strike, then unless you have something for it, then it should be a 1 plus your strength.
So I want to hit the table really hard, and then I want to like put my like face up in the air, and I want to do my breath weapon. I just want to like shoot it off into the air, like. Rawr! I just want to show my strength.
Okay. So go ahead and roll intimidation with advantage, I would say. Resh has made his point.
I just got a natural 20, so 26.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Buddy's intimidated! So intimidated!
Yeah, Welk basically runs away and essentially invents the figment of Jesus Christ of Nazareth in a single breath.
Oh, Jesus Christ!
Skint does not visibly react, but he does sort of fold his arms a little bit. What's your breath weapon again? It's acid, yeah?
It is acid.
Okay, so this part of the table is gone. Wiggity 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 wiggity. It's blue acid.
Wiggity 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 whack.
Very well then.
All I can think of is like just like a giant loogie of that.
Skint crosses the room to the far back where there is a door. He opens the door and he calls out and he says, "Oh, I say, Grunion, come here, we have a job for you." And you feel sort of the feeling in the foundations and the floor of something massive shifting and moving. You can feel the boards sort of like stretching and squeaking underneath you as through the door comes a massive ogre. And he goes, slightly cross-eyed, looking at you all. Skint says to him, he says, "Say, Grunion, take these four to the location. They can help us, and then we can help them. Does that make sense? Does that make sense to all of you? A little deposit on the information that you see."
Oh, God, you can't say certain words to me without... I make eye contact with Resh and Jacques, and I'm like... looking for any sign of... Should we not do this? Should we do this? Should we just go where this guy is telling us to go? Can we side huddle?
As you must, Welk, come away from there, would you? Let our new friends reconnoiter without our unfair influence. Yeah, so you guys can talk it over in character as you please.
All right, Tabaxi.
I mean, it's just a job.
It's just a job, yeah. So
We do it, we get what we need.
So,
Right.
so we're just gonna follow them into the secret room. No probs. Okay. I think the Tabaxi should go first. That's where I've landed on this.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. I will say, and I feel like this is absolutely fitting, Dysana just shrugs non-committally. It's good for whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, we've done jobs before. We're not. It's like it is. It is.
She only cares if there's trinkets. Is there trinkets? They're not trinkets.
You do not know of the status of the trinkets. Does Jack have anything to say on the subject?
Oh, no, I'm good. Let's do a thing, I guess.
All right, so you go last.
Right.
Tabaxi goes first. Human goes last. I'm in the middle. We got this. We got this.
That feels great.
Feels good. All right.
At this point, I don't even have to say anything, and you guys are just filling in the blanks. I am not responsible for this.
Who's blank we filling? All right, so Skint, you guys approach Skint with your answer. Says, "Do we have an accord?"
Yes.
Let's get this party on the road.
Skint snaps his black dragonborn fingers at the ogre called Grunion. Grunion nods his head, and he grabs, he grabs Resh by the scruff of the neck, and he pulls the sack out of his pocket, and he puts Resh into the sack.
Oh,
And then he reaches for Dysana, and
no.
he puts Dysana
Oh,
in the
no.
sack.
Oh, no.
Then he grabs
Oh,
the other
no.
two, and he puts them in the sack, assuming, of course, if you
We
guys
just
are
entered
resisting
this
or not.
fucker's sack.
Skint in the background is saying, he's like, "Of course, we cannot have you know exactly where you are going, so you must submit to the sack." Does anybody resist the sack? That's all I
Hot
want to
Pants
know.
just takes the sack like a fucking champ.
Takes the sack like a champ. So you guys are chilling in the sack,
We're chilling in the sack. We're having a nice little cuddle party in the sack.
in a big pile. Somebody's elbow is in your groin, and that is not to anybody in specific. That is to all of you at once. It's like a human Human centipede of elbow grinds.
Yeah, and I'm just like, sorry about my acid breath.
I feel like Hot Pants definitely stinks a little.
Definitely does.
All right, it's dark in the sack. It's hard to see. You can't see out of it. And after a moment, it's sort of like the general noises of Welk's Tavern sort of dissipate into the ether around you. And you hear a door open, and then you hear the hustle and bustle of the street, and you were just being bounced. You do not at present know where you're going. Y'all are just hanging out in the sack like, what up? Eventually, through the sounds of people hawking their wares in the horde, and the sound of carriages going by, that sort of thing, you hear a door open, and you feel the feeling of Grunion taking you down some stairs, and then up some stairs, and then down some stairs, and you hear another few more doors opening before you are swung and hefted back over from where you were on his shoulder, and you feel the cold stone of Flagstone as he drops the sack open. You guys are standing in a room that is full of boxes and crates and barrels, and sort of like an earthy and damp sense of decay that gives you the vibe that you're underground. You guys have been remarkable team players. There is one important thing. Once the gloom of the sack has been dispelled by the torchlight and lantern light around you, you discover that Dysana is not among you. It is just you three. Now, the ogre Grunion looks at you guys, looks at the sack, gives the sack a little shake, and then seems to be as though trying to figure out why there seem to be less of the peoples than when he started.
Okay, as he's counting and like he's like looking from person to person, when he looks at me and then he goes to look at like the fourth spot, I just want to move over into that fourth spot and see if he just doesn't notice that it's just me twice.
Given the state of this creature's intelligence, go ahead and give me deception. I'm going to call that deception.
I have a +6 modifier.
That does not shock me even a little bit.
19.
Oh, boy. All right, he turns away. He is no longer concerned. He now plods through the sagging wooden floor of this subterranean room. There is a tiefling woman who is standing there with a clipboard. Yes, Grunion, have you returned from the headquarters? What has Skint saddled us with this time? Well, hello. Welcome aboard, I suppose. I assume you're here to prove yourself to the Order of the Centipede.
Well, we got stuck in a sack and now we're here. That's what we know.
Yes, everybody does their time in the sack.
God damn it, Adam.
What? It's a totally normal thing to say. Has anybody explained to you what you're going to be doing here today?
No.
No, we haven't really been told shit, honestly, lady.
Very well. Well, we've got a number of, shall we say, illicit items to move from this domicile onto a cart. Then the cart is going to go away, and then we shall all get paid. Well, I don't imagine you're going to get paid quite in the same way that I am being in the employ of the Centipedes. However, I imagine you have struck a deal of one sort or another with our Skinflint Skint.
We're contract workers. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Yes, that's the general idea, indeed. So, Grunion, I think you've jostled this one a little too hard. Skint's
talking
cell...
about me.
Yes. Skint is first and foremost a smuggler, so that is essentially what we are engaged with here today. Smuggling of category 1 and 2 illicit and unpermitted trade goods. The less you ask about what you're doing here, the better. All we need to do is move things to that cart over there. Do you believe you can do that?
Is there a couch around here I can sit down on?
There are no couches as far as you can tell, unless they are illegal scheduled couches inside the crates.
Well, I still want to like sit down on something and be like, yeah. Like after I sit down.
There's crates. There's crates. Yeah. You're like, yep.
Yep. As I sit.
Good, because I'm not touching any of this shit. Do you understand?
That's aggressive, lady, but sure.
Clipboard. I'm the clipboard lady.
There you are.
Very well.
And then Hot Pants winks at her.
No. No.
I just go, whatever. And I just turn away. I shot my shot. I'm done.
That's good. That's surprisingly noble of Hot Pants. It's like, very well. Get to work. Grunion, hop to. Come on. And she pushes you guys to get to work, picking up crates and boxes and putting them onto the back of the wagon. It's extremely boring and very bad Dungeons and Dragons.
Resh is just gonna start moving boxes as directed, but also like kind of looking over the boxes just for any potential details that might be on the outside of the boxes of what
Sure,
might be in them
you
or
can-
if there's anything on them.
You can give me investigation.
Yeah, that's gonna go real well. Like I said, real well. It's
Oh
gonna be a
shit.
1+1.
Yeah, he got a 2.
It's a natural one. Yeah. Surprisingly, not super my forte.
These crates are surprisingly light. You're like, it's like nothing at all. And you've put 5 or 6 of them onto the back of the cart before the lady tiefling says, no, not those. Those are empty. These over here. Piss. Down, heel. I don't know what to say to
lady's
cats.
more racist than I am.
First of all, not a cat, just cat shaped.
I look at her and I'm like, I roll my eyes.
Right. And these horns are stylish headgear.
The next box I carry in her direction, I just want to fart as I pass. Just crop duster as I'm going by.
Just crop dust? Yeah.
The actual crates that the lady points you to are considerably heavier. Some of them shift a little bit, some of them do not. You can actually hear a sort of like a skittering and a croaking from one of them, as though there were tiny animals inside. But you don't know. Be careful with those. Those are fragile. Grunion, get the big one. The big one, yes. There is a crate that is much larger than the others, and from the moment that Grunion picks up the crate, there is a little shuffling sound from within, a little scratching noise, and then it grows and grows and grows until it's like a sack of Wolverines he's shaken up or something inside of the crate. And he's carrying it, and it is actually rocking so hard that he, the ogre who carried all 4 of you in a sack over his shoulder here, is sort of like bucking this way and that, trying to hold it steady. As the ogre rounds the corner to the cart, he tries to put it on, but it bucks at exactly the wrong moment, and the bottom of the crate hits the ground with a crack, and there is something scrabbling at that crack from the inside. Something very voraciously energetic that is tearing. It's, you know what it is? It's comparable to a small angry chihuahua in terms of the energy it's putting out there.
Hot Pants
Except
just
it is
kind
larger
of
than a chihuahua.
climbs up on top of the thing, the crate that he's sitting on, and just is like the floor is lava kind of. He's just like, I'm getting out of the way, and he just like climbs up on top of it just in case this little thing starts running around the ground.
I'm gonna go ahead and give all 3 of you 1 action's worth of things that you can do before we move on to that next bit. You can move. You can do a thing. The lady tiefling, by the way, is sort of staring on in horror as this is going
It's not
down.
completely enclosed anymore now. Is it? You said it cracked open.
No, I'd be willing to say that it is not. It is not a completely.
All right, so I want to
enclosed
find out if
anymore.
it's a celestial fiend or undead. So I'm gonna roll. I'm gonna do this.
Go ahead. I think it'd be fun.
Well, what I would like to do is, I'm assuming Jack is going to try and make the box levitate. Is that what's happening?
Jack is making himself levitate.
yeah.
And he's going
Yep.
20 feet up.
It's similar to what I was gonna do.
So, how big is the crate or the corner of it? At
The
least?
crate is a solid. It's one space. It is 5 feet to a side, 5 feet high, 5 feet long, 5 feet deep.
So this will require your permission, probably. But given that Tabaxi have the feline agility where we can actually double our speed for like 1 quick burst, but Resh would like dash across there, like pull out his bedroll from his backpack and just kind of try and throw it like over the crate. whatever's about to escape out of it. We're like,
Throw a blanket over
Well,
it.
he thinks a blanket's gonna stop whatever this
I
is.
mean,
I
it's
love
not,
it.
but at least
That's his
makes
first
it slow them down
reaction. No,
a
I
little
love
bit
it. Yeah,
faster because I don't have anything else to throw over it. But also, I'm assuming they don't want like whatever it is to escape. So I mean,
Yeah.
either
So
that or like
technically,
try and take Grunyon's sack and throw it over it.
it would probably take.
Let Grunion attack
Grunion
it
still
with
has
his
the sack.
Yeah.
Technically speaking, you have one action. I'd give you feline agility for it, but then throwing something over it would probably count as another or a
yeah.
different action.
Yeah.
However, I think that's really funny, so I'm going to allow it.
It's all I got with me.
That's amazing. All right, so
It also is funny
um,
that a cat creature is trying to catch another creature in a way that people catch cats.
this is what he's used to.
Yes.
I learned it from you, Dad.
People try this all the time.
Yeah.
It's like,
I learned it from you. Okay, so we've got Hot Pants leering at this thing, trying to figure it out. You do not get a vibe of celestial fiend or undead. You do get fiendish from the Lady Tiefling, but that's not really a surprise. No, this seems to be something else, but it's definitely messed up. And then Resh runs over and super quick speed dashing from the top of crate to the top of crate to the top of the barrel until you get right up to it, and you just you throw a blanket on top of it. Grunion goes, "Oh, good, we fixed it."
That's how you know it was a good choice. Gunyon
Michael,
agrees with it.
Jack is using levitation on himself.
Yes,
What's the story? Like, how high you going?
as high as I can. I don't know what's happening.
Nice.
I just
It's-
want to
it's
press
actually a
down.
pretty-
Against the ceiling.
It's a pretty high ceiling. It's about 20 feet.
Perfect.
It's the only reason why Grunion can walk around without stooping. Jack has an extremely good view of Grunion as he, looks upon the blanket and he says, "That's all good now." And he turns to the Lady Tiefling on the other side of the room and he gives her a thumbs up, and then something hits him in the stomach so hard he takes a step back. And it's just a little thing, the size of a small dog.
Oh no. Oh
But
god, is it a
It
chihuahua?
hits him.
Because that's frightening.
Yes, you're fighting illegal underground chihuahuas.
I mean, that's frightening.
This little thing hits him in the stomach. It almost looks like a turtle with a sort of like a much nastier, toothy face. The front legs seem like as though it can double as legs in their own right, or as ripping claws, which is what it is currently doing to Grunion.
No, don't
Oh,
do
shoot.
it.
But that is going to be initiative for you all, assuming that you don't just let the man get eaten by whatever this
Do
thing
we care about
is.
Grunion, though, really? I mean, Hot Pants isn't super concerned. He just wants to see what happens to Grunion.
yeah, but if it kills Grunion,
Well, then we know it's super fucking dangerous.
yeah,
Mhm.
it's more for me as well. Help. Man.
Well, I'm not saying we
The way
don't
that-
help, but like, I'm not gonna go out of my way, is what I'm saying.
It's the way that
Well,
was
you're gonna
almost
hang out on-
18 and then decided to be a 4 instead.
Oh no.
It's like,
Oh wow, I actually have a higher initiative than somebody. I mean, it makes sense. He's an old man. He's slow to act.
So that is going to be one attack. Natural 20 for a 27.
Shut your fucking.
Then a
mouth.
second attack. 9.
Don't sound so disappointed.
The third attack. That's an 11. Oh, but an 11 actually does manage to hit. Because Grunion does not have much going on in that.
He's wearing a loincloth and like just has his sack hanging out. I mean, come on. He's a big boy, but big boys go down hard.
Alright, so with the crit. Fuck you. That's a 1 and a 3 on the damage. Only deals 17 points of damage to Grunion, but lands essentially in the man's gut.
But I mean, he has a big gut, right?
He has a huge gut.
No.
He's a ogre.
Mm-hmm.
It is the turn of the Lady Tiefling. She just drops her clipboard and backs away. And she's gonna cut and run. The door is on the other side, but she doesn't seem like she wants to go any closer. And it is the magnificent floating Jackstationus.
So I'm safe. I don't really know what's going on. And I'm not necessarily going to kill our little turtle friend, so I'm not going to do anything.
You're not gonna do anything.
Oh,
Okay,
oh,
so you.
don't be surprised by that one. This is his MO. He does a lot of not
That's
doing
fine.
anything.
Hey, I will call it an option to delay. So if you decide to do something, you can chime in. But otherwise, we will. Yes, absolutely. Fantastic. Okay, Hot Pants. There are gurgling, meaty sounds coming from the other side of this mass of crates, coming from this creature that is not undead, fiendish, or celestial.
Would you let me go right here? I mean, technically, I'd be kind of going.
Yeah, you could do that. That's fine.
So I want to do a headbutt. So I'm going to run at this little turtle thing, and I'm going to headbutt it.
Okay, you headbutt it.
So I got a 22.
Okay, a 22 does. 22 hits? I think a 22
And I got
hits.
6 bludgeoning damage on this little thing.
Yes.
Okay.
6 bludgeoning. Ooh. It's like hitting something that is essentially made out of fingernail. Like, this thing is small, but it's incredibly dense, and you're not certain if it had the same effect that it would have on a normal, meaty creature.
Okay, so can I just yell, "This creature ain't meaty," across the room?
Yes, and everybody immediately knows exactly what you mean by that, with no questions whatsoever.
Thank you, yes. Alright, that's my turn.
It is Grunion the Ogre's turn. He is shrieking in a most uncharacteristically not ogreish way, and he tries to grab the thing and fling it. Ooh, it's a 23. Actually, you know what? I don't even think this creature can beat that. Yeah. So the creature is grappled and then tossed off in the direction of these boxes. The creature lands inside of a crate, sort of shattering it out to pieces, and there's a puff of like white dust that comes out of the crate.
Oh god. There's cocaine in the air, guys.
Grunion wraps an arm around his exposed gut and like the entrails that are flowing out of it,
Oh, no.
and he turns and he runs away from the crate.
Oh god. Even he ran away from the crate?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, this isn't good.
Okay, it is Resh's turn.
Resh is just like...
Your blanket is really fucked up now, by the way.
No.
Like, it's gonna need like 3 washes at least.
Multiple things here, but one, is it seem like there's anything else in the crate, like, about to pop out, or is that was the only thing that happened, sounds like?
I'd say,
Or any
give me
additional counts from the crate?
give me a perception check really fast.
Sure. Would love to. Please don't suck. 25.
There are 3 other similar creatures you can hear knocking around in the crate. The only reason they haven't left yet is they seem to be,
The blanket.
from the sound of it, tearing into each other
Oh.
so that they can be the first to the hole.
Okay. Love that for them.
For them.
These are small-sized creatures, by the way.
Right. And, so yeah, can I see Tiefling Woman from where Resh is, kind of on top-ish these
Yeah,
boxes?
you're standing on top of some crates. The crates that you're standing on aren't by themselves extremely large.
Yeah. so
The
he's just gonna
largest
be
crate
like,
was this one
"Hey,
with the creatures in it.
lady, like, do we kill these things or what? Like, what do you want us to do here?
I say kill them! Kill them, damn you!
Alright. Would the intervening time from, like, when we killed the noodly things to before our, like, the whole time we were talking with Lady Brightgleam and stuff, would that have constituted a short rest?
Oh yeah, we haven't technically done a roast.
Yeah, I could reason that you guys have done essentially a short rest in that time. You haven't done. There have been long periods where you guys were not doing much.
Right.
Afterwards,
And I know
including.
I should have asked that before, but I got sidetracked. I'm sorry.
What exactly are you looking for here?
Well, I'm noticing that I'm about half-ish health, but also Channel Divinity comes back on a short rest.
Jeez, I might be biasing myself towards or against it, and I don't know. I'll tell you what. Roll me a d20. On a high, I'll say you got it. On a low, I'll say you don't.
Fair.
So it's like.
That's a 10.
Oof.
Of course.
Right in the middle.
1 to 9, 10 to 20. That I think 10 technically counts as a low, unfortunately.
Yeah, 1 to 10 would be low, 11 to 20 would be high, probably.
Yeah. I always have to like walk myself through it though. Like have to be.
You're fair. Nope.
I feel like Grunion. Anyway. Yeah. So I'm afraid not. Okay. No, that's.
Just gonna kind of step away from the box a little bit, closer towards Hot Pants, and yeah, Resh is just gonna cast Spirit Guardians. And there's gonna be like, spectral
Spirit
cats of all sorts that just surround him.
Spectral
Letting through
cats
the
of
air made of
Cartouche
light.
ages begone by.
Yes, precisely.
They're all walking
Like-
like this.
Yep, they walk like Egyptians. So yeah, so 15 feet around him. Any potentially hostile creature will make a wisdom save on its... When it enters the area for the first time on a turn or starts its turn there. It's got to make a wisdom save or take radiant damage. And
Okay.
on a success, it takes half damage. But also in that area, its speed is half.
Okay, anything else for you?
No.
Okay. With the passing of your turn, we are back at the top of the turn
They're
order.
Obsidians.
with-
Obsidian.
With the creatures, 3 creatures inside of the crate that you cannot see, make wisdom saves? Wisdom saves.
Yes. DC 16.
All right, 13, 12, and 10. Nice little slope. So they take
10. 3d8, but 2 of them turned out as ones. So
Okay.
love that for me.
But you got 1/8.
Yeah, we did get an 8. So, 2 lows, 1 high. We'll take it.
the screaming that you can hear from the inside becomes momentarily more pronounced and plaintive, and a little bit more shrill. As 3 more of these creatures tear loose from the inside of the crate, one of them leaps directly for Hot Pants, a second one leaps directly for Hot Pants, and a third one tries to leap directly for Hot Pants, gets elbowed out of the way, and leaps instead on top of a crate and lands at the feet of Resh and wastes absolutely no time judging the situation or getting its bearings, just launches directly at the first piece of meat that it sees.
Same.
This is going to be fun.
Same.
We are going to do the attacks at Hot Pants first.
At least my armor class is no longer 11.
That's a 23.
It definitely hits.
And a
Definitely hits.
23.
Fuck! Really? You get these 3 lows in a row, and now you're gonna get 3. Oh, the only 2 of them.
And a 21.
Fuck!
That's 18.
That's the first hit.
18. Yes, that's 18
Oh,
points of damage. No, that's all of the ones that just hit you all
Oh
together.
god, I thought that was the first one. I was like, oh my god, Adam.
That is the first creature. 19, 21, 25.
I fucking hate you so much right now.
Oh, man.
I only have 19 hit points, so you're about to kill me.
Don't worry, this one won't be as bad as the other one. 29? Are you fucking serious?
I mean, that's depends on your perspective. That could be better.
Wait,
You know what? I have nothing to say to you right now. You're lucky that my camera doesn't work, because the look on my face could destroy entire civilizations.
You get sleepy very fast.
So I'm dead. Well, I'm out. I'm at 0 points.
Which
Damn.
Oh my
is-
god, that's the most evil fucking laugh.
Hey, Resh.
Mhm.
24,
Yeah.
22,
Yeah.
18.
Just hits.
Okay, suddenly I'm fucking on fire tonight.
Yeah. Don't worry, Hot Pants. I might be passing out right next to you.
Oh, alright, yeah, TPK, that's all. Yeah, you're gonna have to go let Banch know that we TPK'd and it's all her fault.
I'm still perfectly fine.
Holy shit,
Yeah.
28.
Oh my god. What the fuck?
Yep.
So...
Nope. Resh immediately passes out because he had 27.
Jacques just like
Oh,
finds
shit.
somewhere like a corner to like fly out and just leave and never comes back.
Okay. Down 2 of you guys in one shot. That's fine.
That's fine.
The Lady Tiefling continues her run towards the back.
And she's
You
not
hear
even helping
the sound.
us.
Well, you do not hear the sound of smashing glass. Jack does. And after a moment, she steps once again back into sight, and she takes aim at you guys. Well, at the creatures that are clustering around you and tearing into your bellies and thighs for that soft, delicious meat, and
Oh my
utters
God.
some sort of incantation. She points some sort of wand at them, and they are blasted backwards off of your sodden bodies. 1, 2, 3. smash against the back wall, and they break a bunch of crates open. They bust open. They bust open in these clouds of white dust.
No, I was gonna say, yeah. Is there any more PCP dust in the air? I guess there is. You did not get that burst of,
All right, so
energy.
that is action, bonus action, and then she is going to start running. Not to you guys.
No.
She rounds the corner and she starts heading towards the back where Grunion has been cut open. I believe from where Jack is standing, he can see her sort of like reaching down into a sack on her side, like a sort of knapsack, fanny pack. That's the word I'm looking for.
She's got a fanny pack.
Fanny pack on her side. And you can see the glint and hear the sort of tink of potion bottles as she goes to pull one out. She is not looking towards Jack's companions, however. She is looking towards Grunion.
Yeah.
Okay. It is Jack's turn. All of this happened.
All this happened
while you were watching.
He's just floating there.
Okie doke. So, I'm going to go down 20 feet back on the ground. And then I'm going to cast Hypnotic Pattern, covering all these squares.
Okay. Create a twisting pattern of colors that weaves through the air inside a 30-foot cube within range.
Mm-hmm.
Each creature in the area who sees the pattern must make a wisdom saving throw. On a fail, the creature becomes charmed for the duration.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I like it. I like it very much. Okay. 12, 8, 9, and 14.
DC 17.
DC 17, that's the bit that I missed. All right, so all of these guys are charmed for the moment. I'm just double checking the tiefling woman's. It's a 12. No, everybody who was a target of that is charmed and is swaying gently under the power of Jack Satiamus. Thank you for saving the campaign.
Well, I haven't necessarily saved it yet.
Yeah, that's true.
So that's all I can do on my turn.
Okay. Hot Pants, you have fallen into the realm of dreams and fairies. You are being cavorted around by salacious, nude, dragon pornographical images. You may be welcomed to the other side, but we shall not know for but another moment. Can you make a death saving throw for me?
I figure out how to do it. 2?
Better than a 1. All right, you have got one failed death save. One step closer to those salacious draconic vixens. The ogre. Okay, so oh boy, if they're attacked, they could lose the charmed thing. Yes.
Yes, as soon as they're attacked.
If they take any damage at all,
Mm-hmm.
they wake up.
If they take any damage at all, let's see what the ogre's intelligence score is.
Oh no! God damn it! But he's. God damn it!
Nope.
Fuck.
Oh god.
Fuck.
All right, so that's a 2. So he runs over here, and he grabs up one of these barrels, and he turns around. He's just like, he's got like a look of panic on his face. His hands are streaked with his own blood. He turns around, and he is going to huck the barrel at the nearest creature, which is this one right here. So that is going to be... That's a 22. It definitely hits. The creature takes 10 points of bludgeoning damage, which actually has bloodied it. It seems as though it is woozy, but it shakes itself, and that sort of like fidgety, voracious, evil energy comes back to its limbs. It is no longer swaying. That was the ogre's turn. The ogre did a thing that it probably should not have done, and one of the creatures has woken up. Our pal Resh, you are in darkness, and you see somewhere within the darkness ahead of you a horrifying alligator-like creature with a set of scales next to it. It beckons you forward, and I would like for you to make a death saving throw.
That's an 11.
Mm-hmm. That's an 11. You have one save. You are hesitant to move forward. You glance behind you and you see that there is sort of a little bit of light behind you. And now, thankfully, none of you guys were the one that just threw a fucking barrel full of shit at this creature. By the way, it splinters down into pieces, and it actually seems to be principally have been composed of eggs. And the eggs
I
like
thought you were
run
gonna
off.
say it was full of poop, like the ogre had been.
No,
shitting
it is
in
not
it.
full of poop. It is full of eggs and frogs, and the
Okay.
frogs go hopping off in different directions, and the eggs are smattered and shashed. or possibly shattered and smashed. Wow, am I having a stroke? The creature is going to run at impossible speed, incredibly fast little creature, plows directly through a number of other crates, which explode outward, and more eggs and frogs, and the occasional puff of what is clearly drug dust.
Oh no, he critted Grunion again.
Oh my god.
He crit Grunion again, and also had one hit besides. All right, so that is 22 points of damage that Grunion has just took. Grunion is super bloodied at this point. This time it tears into his thigh, and a femoral artery starts spraying all over the place. The frogs are nonplussed. It is the gently swaying tiefling lady. Her hands fall away from the fanny pack on her side as she watches the pretty colors. Sam. Oh, it's sparkly. It is Jack's turn.
Okay, so I'm going to move over there. And the turtle creature with the ogre is behind a wall, it looks like, so I can't see that.
It's kind of like a slatted sort of situation. I would say that you can see him. He has 3/4 cover. So if you make an attack roll, he's going to get a bonus to his AC.
I will remote slap the tiefling.
You will remote slap the tiefling. Okay, so you're hitting the tiefling with a mage hand.
Mm-hmm.
Is that enough to actually break the charm?
So it says if they're attacked or if someone takes an action to rouse them from their slumber. So I'm not sure if it would or wouldn't work in character, but it's just something that I would try.
Great. Yes, no, that absolutely would work.
Wakey.
Yes, the tiefling just, what is going? And she notices that there is magic afoot. She glances back at Jack, but she can't do anything else.
Oh, can I see the square that's directly in front of the tiefling?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Then I will quickly, for my bonus action, Misty Step directly in front and just pose it out, and then my turn.
No, dab. He dabs.
All right. Those saucy vixens, those saucy dragon vixens, they beckon you closer. Make a death saving throw.
No! Oh, I thought it was a 3. Woo! It's a 19.
You have a moment of doubt. The question comes up in your mind: if you are actually dying right now, are you likely to go to Dragonborn Heaven?
Yeah, I'm not getting those dragon virgins. There's no way.
Yeah, that puts a little bit. That makes this feel a little bit like a dog and pony show, and you're inherently kind of suspicious, aren't you?
Yeah.
So yeah, okay. You are not as readily driven to the darkness as you were in the previous turn. The ogre's turn. The ogre is still shrieking and trying to pry this creature off of its leg. It grabs another barrel that is right next to it and uses it like a club to smash. That is a 12 to hit. The 12 does not hit. He just kind of ends up hitting himself in the leg and making matters a little bit worse as another little gout of blood just shoots over the whole fucking scene. It is Kitty Cat's turn.
Mm-hmm.
Woo!
Alright, death save. Don't screw me up, please. Okay, take that as a 10.
Is that a failure or a success?
Oh, if the roll is 10 or higher, your character succeeds. So I thought the odds were supposed to be 50-50, but apparently they're slightly better than 50-50. So yeah, no, that is actually a success.
My god loves me, I'll take it.
My God, loves me.
There's an Alfred Hitchcock sort of like camera move that happens here as, despite you sort of like tentatively and unbidden by your own will taking a step towards this soul-weighing ritual, it seems to be getting farther away. Creature turn! Delicious ogre flesh!
Poor Grunion.
20, 14, 13, all 3 hit.
Grunion's dead.
I don't think he's gonna make it, no, I'm afraid not.
Goodbye, Grunion, we barely knew you.
That is a 19. Oh, he actually, oh my god, he has 20 hit points. So he survives with a single hit point.
Grunion's still in the fight.
With this creature tearing at him, you can see bone now on his leg. The Grunion actually stumbles backwards, and a great puff of this this drug dust comes up as he crushes a number of barrels underneath his bear ogre ass. It is the tiefling lady's turn. She runs forward 5 feet towards Grunion. Kind of notices it's a little bit of a lost cause. The creature embedded in his leg turns around and hisses at her and sprays a mix of like blood and saliva all over her face. And she hesitates and she stops and she looks back at Jack as if, as if looking for guidance.
Kill it. There's nothing more we can do.
She goes to her other hip where there is a pocket and she grabs a little vial out of it and she throws it at this creature. Oh, that's a natural one! The creature leaps off of Grunion at the worst possible moment and jumps onto a barrel right up above it and leaps at his face instead. And the vial completely misses the creature and just strikes Grunion right in the exposed leg bone, where it explodes into alchemist fire.
Jesus Christ.
Grunion is immolated, and also his neck is being torn asunder from his shoulders. Sorry, Grunion. We hardly knew ye.
Yeah.
Oh, that may have been the wrong option. Jack's turn.
Okay. So, as a bonus action, I'm going to spend 3 sorcery points to make a 2nd level spell slot, which I'm going to use to cast Aid on myself, the Tiefling, and Resh, which technically heals him for 5, which gets him up.
Yes! That is fantastic. All right. Resh, yes. The door to the afterlife has been opened specifically for you, and as your cat nature dictates, you refuse to go through.
Amazing.
You are brought back to the land of light and happiness, although not especially happy at the moment.
Question.
Yes.
Given that he's already under the effect of, or had previously,
Does
before he
aid
passed
stack
out, was already
5e?
under the effect of aid?
Oh god, there's like multiple pages of discussion here. Yeah, let's just go for it. You get 5 hit points.
Yep.
You gain
Nice.
5 hit points as your thing increases. Good question, though. That's a good point. I forgot about the previous use of aid.
didn't wanna
Thank you for that.
Have any,
Oh,
All right.
hot pants.
Hot pants.
Stay away from the virgins. You don't actually want virgins, sweetie. They don't know what they're doing. You have to spend so much
They
time
don't
teaching
know
them
what
what they're
they're
doing.
doing.
It takes a while to get to a point where it's actually enjoyable. So you don't want them. I didn't want them.
Yes!
Okay.
I got a critical of success.
That means you wake up, doesn't it? With a nat
That means
20?
that you wake up with a single hit point.
About 1 hit point.
So you gain
Hot
gain
pants
back a
and
single hit
really
point.
aren't worth it.
You wake up and you're like, get away from me, virgins.
Fucking virgins.
That's fantastic.
We almost killed Leon.
I believe that does encompass your entire turn, though. So there's not there's nothing else you can do. That's the end of your turn.
But hey.
But you're awake now.
I'm awake.
Whew. All right, poor Grunion. He is being eaten on flambe because he is on fire. Now awakened, it is Resh. You are lying prostrate on the floor.
Yeah, so I'm gonna stand up.
That's
Take,
half
you
your
know,
movement.
Yeah, take a quick look around to kind of assess what's happened since I passed out. Is it discernible that the 3 to my right are kind of just like swaying in place and not really doing anything aggressively?
I would say so. I would say, as you look around, the obvious point of interest is the gently flaming body of the ogre, which is being voraciously devoured by one creature. So much so that it actually takes you a second to notice the other creatures in the back in various stages of inside of busted up crates, sort of swaying in a distant way. Yes, I think it would be clear to you that they are not entirely there at the moment.
Okay, that's love that. But also, what to do? All right, but the spirit guardians obviously would have faded as soon as I passed out, because that requires concentration, so that would be gone. Is it possible to assess, like, I mean, I know these are unfamiliar creatures, but does like the one that's eating Grunion look moderately bruised, like bleeding kind of heavily, like anything?
It's hard to tell because it is now uniformly slick with blood. But you can see that its turtle-like carapace on its back has actually cracked a little bit, and it does seem to be worse for the wear.
We haven't killed a single one of these things yet, have we?
Sure.
No, you died too quickly.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
Yeah.
we haven't killed a single one of them yet, and we woke back up, but that doesn't mean we can't, die
They
again.
don't have that many hit points, but
But we just can't fucking
Matter
hit
of
them.
hitting it.
My headbutt didn't do much. I tried. I thought maybe I could intimidate it.
That close. Fresh is like, I don't want to walk up to it anymore.
Yeah, he's like, ew, ew.
That hurt a lot. But he's also kind of mad. So we're gonna go for a second level guiding bolt, straight at that one that's eating.
Gilbert Grape.
But I have a clear line
does
of
the
sight
super
from
punch,
here.
the fast.
From where you're at, yes, you would have
As long as he's lined up,
a
he's just
full
gonna.
shot.
Please don't suck. But yeah, we're gonna go for it. Where is my? Oh yeah, there's second level. Okay, second level guiding bolt. Go. It is +8 to hit. Okay, 24 to hit.
Hell yeah, you hit. Yes, absolutely. 4.
28 radiant damage.
Jesus Christ. You hit it in the ass, and it basically explodes and smears on the wall over here.
Yay!
And then he's just gonna kind of lean against the table here next to it.
Yeah.
Be careful, those things are expensive.
Is Hot Pants
Already
still
go-
kind of laying on the ground because he's only got one hit
Yes.
point?
Yeah.
Okay, so he just
You have
he just
not-
looks up at
yeah.
Resh and he gives him a thumbs up.
Michael, how long does your effect on these creatures last?
1 minute, so 10 rounds.
1 minute. Okay. All right. So you guys have a limited amount of time to sort of work through what to do about this situation.
I mean, how did you guys even capture these things in the first place?
We didn't capture them. They were created.
How did you put them into the box safely?
Well, honestly, we killed them.
They don't look very dead to me.
They come back. They have a healing factor.
I was gonna say they aren't undead. I already know that.
No, they're not undead.
Then let's put the body in the box, because we've got one that we've killed, but it's, over there.
Man, I have
It could
absolutely
be
no
healing as we
healing
speak, so it'd be really great
Oh, wait, is
if
it
someone...
That box is not gonna hold them.
It won't be for some hours yet.
I need a new box.
Yes, we're going
Okay.
to need a new face if we don't do something about those other 3.
While you guys are talking, can I do my lay on hands and touch myself?
Yes. When you think about you touch yourself. No problem.
So I use all the 15 HP as I touch myself while you guys are talking above me.
Yep, you regain that 15.
Well, we need to swiftly knock the other 3 out then, correct?
Yes, that
Yeah.
would seem to be the ticket.
We need like an AoE attack.
I mean, you said the ceilings are about 20 feet?
20 feet, yep.
I mean, I could probably hit them, but it's gonna probably destroy everything over there.
Well, they're definitely the most valuable things in the room, with the possible exception of my life.
But I also don't know that it will be enough to render them all unconscious immediately.
I could do a burning hands cone. That'll just burn them.
So I'm going to cast Magic Missile on the closest one.
Well, if we're going, then I mean, should we coordinate and all cast simultaneously, if possible?
We should, but it looks like Michael has.
Unless you're wanting to try and knock them out individually.
Yeah,
Individually be
I would
better.
say that I'll say that 2 rounds have passed as you guys have been discussing this and performing your various actions, like touching yourself. So we can call it back in the turn order, if you please, starting from Jack's turn.
So Magic Missile on the closest one. with
Okay,
3
go
missiles.
ahead and roll the damage for that.
But it's
2 force. Oh my god, that's adorable. It wakes up.
Mm-hmm.
It is not enough to kill it,
What? It's 6 total.
actually, but it's 6 total.
Yes.
We
Two
know-
per
because it's
missile.
3 per.
I did 6 damage to one with the headbutt, so we know that's not enough. Yeah.
It is Hot Pants' turn. If Jack didn't have anything else.
No, that was
I
it.
pull out my giant sword, and I'm not talking about my cock.
this time.
This time, and I get a 26.
26 hits. If this was Pathfinder 2, it would crit.
And 11 slashing damage.
Now that is enough. So this creature gets hit with that magic missile, and it starts twitching and foaming at the mouth in that same sort of rabid way of its peers. And then the head that is frothing is neatly separated from its furry shoulders.
Nobody wants a frothing head. Just move on,
Jeez, we
Adam.
might have found the session title. Moving right along. Okay, anything else that you can do or that you wish to do?
No, that's about all I can do. None of my bonus actions are very
Okay.
useful. I can compel a
Alright.
duel between me and somebody, but they're asleep right now. So.
As an action, Grunion continues to be dead. What you got, Resh?
Well, if we're gonna do it single file, then we'll just stick with that because that seems to be the name of the game. So
Moving right along.
as long as he has a clear angle on it, I'll just go ahead and it worked so well the first time. Please don't screw me. I'll just do a second level guiding bolt to the next one in line as well.
Okay.
Does a 19 hit
The 19 hits.
for 24 radiant damage.
Yeah.
24 points of radiant damage. It also goes just the same way as the one over on Grunion did.
Slow and steady.
A minor explosion occurs where it is partially inside of a crate, and another puff of drug dust comes out. And I'm gonna ask Hot Pants to make a con save.
Oh, no.
Hot pants about to get high.
Da 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 da.
I got a
Oh
10.
no! That's a 10. It blows you in the face, and it's almost exactly as though your soul has just been punched out of your body, like Doctor Strange and some bullshit.
At least I
I
got
was
blown in
gonna
the
save
face.
the
in
warehouse, but then I got high.
We're gonna deal with
I
the
was gonna
repercussions
catch
of
you,
that on your
creatures.
next turn.
But then I got
Sorry, was
high.
that so fucking stupid?
The best.
The creature is, once again, by the grace of Jack, still in its stupor. The tiefling lady, Lady Tiefling, takes a step over to Grunion and sort of like sadly and morosely starts trying to put out the alchemist fire that is still consuming his corpse. And it is Jack's turn yet again.
So there's a door over here.
Oh, there is, yes.
So I'm going to sneak by and open the door, or try to. Open
Excuse me, you're not to go up there. What?
Jack is
Excuse
just like,
me.
I'm just taking this opportunity.
Excuse me, Beardo.
Beardo!
I believe we've saved your life. So I believe that excuses a little bit.
It's just like, go for it, old man.
All right, yes, you open the door, and there is, another room, another cellar room, a bit of coal, a bit of firewood, some hanging herbs, and a rickety ladder that goes up to a closed trapdoor in the ceiling.
Thank God this isn't BG3, or there would be 2 goblins fucking in there.
You didn't check the other door.
And that ends my turn.
All right, that's your turn. All right. Hot Pants.
No.
The walls around you seem to shudder and dissipate, and you suddenly find yourself standing in a starlit expanse of never-ending flat land. Your feet are kind of wet, and you look down and you can see that there is a thin layer, perhaps, just like 2 or 3 inches of this silvery water that is reflecting the starlight back at you. Now, to everybody else, Hot Pants is just standing there swaying in a very similar fashion, honestly, to the one remaining little creature. And
Well, in my mind, I am doing splashy splashes in the water with my
you're doing
little dragon
splishy
feet.
splashes.
Yes.
You do notice. You do notice that there is a great dark form that is nestled in the still waters
I start going at it.
a few hundred feet away. It does not respond to your pss, 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 pss.
I lean down, you know, with like a hand out, like I'm holding a tree. Psst, 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 psst.
It is hundreds of feet away, and it is enormous. So it's like you just
still doing
Greyhound bus
that.
get off the highway down there, and you went, "Here, little Greyhound bus."
Yes. That's exactly what's happening.
I assume that's basically it for you, unless you want to do something other than splishy splashies.
No, I'm splishy splashing and trying to make friends with this thing that I don't realize is the size of a house.
Everybody just sees you going like,
and splish splashing
with like a splash of like drug dust across your face.
Drooling.
Grunion continues to conflagrate. It is Resh's turn.
It'd be funny if like I was pointed towards Resh this whole time though, and he thought I was just doing at him, and he was getting annoyed with me.
Just like giving. Hot Pants is too high to notice, but Resh is just, you know, that when you've angered your cat too much,
Yes!
he's just staring at you like,
Death glare.
like, are you for real right now? Just like,
Resh turns around and looks directly at the wall.
Puts his butt in the air.
He takes a shit on the counter.
like, you know, I'm gonna poop in your shoe later,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, that's definitely happening.
Alright, you do it.
Since there's still a third creature, or the fourth creature, still over yonder, he's just gonna line up and, you know, follow suit again and launch my last second level guiding bolt at that one, and hopefully it doesn't miss.
Terrific.
That's gonna be a natural one.
Fuck.
Yeah.
For,
Well, you definitely
You
woke it
missed
up.
and you
for
hit.
your Hot Pants.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I'm getting
You-
more drugs. The thing's awake, and I'm right there loaded as fuck going... Maybe when it awakes, it'll be like the situation where like a baby duck comes out of its egg
No.
and just thinks anything and it seizes its mother. Let's
The
hope.
spell ends for an affected creature if it takes any damage or if someone else uses an action to shake the creature out of its stupor. So unless it actually
so it
gets
doesn't.
hit,
So if you, awesome. Okay, well
Ooh,
that's
so I
great.
missed.
That's terrific. All right, so yeah, you did miss, and that's probably the best thing that came out of this.
I don't have to try to convince it I'm its mother. Okay.
Good, because the creature was next, and there is a tantalizing, drugged-up meal directly in front of it. So, all right. This lady over here is going to try and stride over and try to close the door in Jack's script. Does Jack resist?
Yes. I'm gonna
All
try
right,
to slip my
that-
foot in.
Okay, all right. So I was going to have it be a contested strength check. I'm going to go ahead and give you advantage because you did that.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no.
That's not surprising.
He is an
All
old
right,
man.
yeah, you just, ow, damn.
Jack just got his toe
And these
broke.
are nice shoes, damn it. He's wearing like penny loafers.
Thieves these days.
You got a blood blister on your toe now. That is not for us to do. You are mere initiates. You don't get to know the full scope of what it is we are doing here.
I just like opening doors and looking
In the
beyond
middle
them.
of battle.
This is the okay. Proposed name for this group: the Opening Doors Crew. 'Cause that's what y'all be doing.
It's Michael and Bitch, okay? These two, and this is what they do.
Yeah, you guys
and then they
apparently-
fight over it.
You guys open the doors. Resh refuses to go through the doors.
I just lay down on the ground and touch myself.
Oh God. So there's opening doors and there's opening doors. Speaking of which, it is Jack's turn.
So I'm just going to glare at the
That's all
tiefling
that matters.
and just stand here. And if she moves away in any capacity and leaves the door unguarded again, I'm going for it.
So he's gonna ignore the battle going on.
And I'm not being subtle about it at all.
She's got her hand on the door. You're sitting there like with your arms folded in a very like toddler-like fashion, like.
I'm staring directly at the door handle.
So there's a whole different battle going on over here now.
Just to see what's beyond this door.
Hot Pants, it is your turn. You are once again in this strange sea of lights. Not once again, you're still in the strange
I'm still
sea of
in
lights.
there.
Hey, there's a thing off in the distance.
I mean, I'm gonna go forward. Ooh, no, can I try to compel a duel with it?
You
Can
don't even know that it's a living thing.
This is Hot Pants we're talking about.
It's true.
It's true. Okay, no. I'm just gonna go my 30 feet towards it, and I'm gonna keep pursuing, and I want to try to, like, invest. Like I'm trying to like look at it and like check it out and see what
Yeah,
it
you can
is.
give a perception check.
I got an 18.
All right. As you approach, the stars shift around it, and you're able to sort of make out sort of a more solid outline than you were able to when you were just standing pissing at it.
Yeah, standing pissing at it. Yeah.
It has a central sort of like body and what seems to be like a long neck stretching towards you and a long tail stretching back.
Oh shit, it's a dinosaur.
It's funny you should say that. As you get a little bit closer, the light reflecting from the stars off of the water lights up what seems to be sort of like a pattern across its body, and you realize it is in fact scales, and what you're looking at is a giant sleeping dragon.
I keep saying that's my turn.
Okay, that's your turn. Intensifies.
Intensifies.
It is Resh's turn.
Alright.
You can't even hit this one to wake it up.
So, yeah, Resh is just gonna 25 glare over her shoulder at Hot Pants, even though she's not paying it. He's not really in a state to notice because he's high as balls. But
A thin little bit of drool.
it's just like the biggest eye roll, and then past him, the full 30, and I'm gonna cast.
I love that he takes the time though to judge me first.
100%. 100%.
Dude, he is a cat person.
I know.
1000%.
Judgment is always a free action.
Just like one of those eye rolls that your mom told you not to do because your eyes could get stuck is 100% what he's doing. But then inflict wounds at first level.
Okay.
If we can hit with that melee spell attack, 23.
Ooh.
The way it looked like it was
Absolutely
going to be
hits,
lower
yeah.
than that on my die, but 3d10 for not great. 10 necrotic damage.
10 necrotic damage. Yep,
Yeah.
that's not quite enough. The creature, upon your touch and the damage dealt, immediately snaps at you. It's almost instinctively. It is clearly, once again, coming back to this realm. Oh dear.
Yep. Knock me out. Go ahead.
All right, the creature wakes up and snaps at you.
Oh, 13.
13.
Does not hit.
Natural
gonna hit.
20.
Jesus Christ.
100%. That's going to hit.
And a 19.
Ugh.
No, either. 2 hits. There's a
So
calculator.
21.
Yep.
All right. Did you go down?
Oh, yeah, of course. He had 5 health.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
you only got healed for the 5. You
We're
get
okay.
sleepy.
We're okay.
All right. Jack and the tiefling lady are making angry eye contact with one another, and then she hears the sound of leaping and slavering and tearing and a little bit of cat screaming, and she rolls her eyes, and she is going to step off this way. With a dirty 20 to hit. She hits this creature with another one of those bottles of Alchemist's Fire. 1 point of damage.
Jesus. She really sucks with these alchemist fires.
Apparently. Okay. Well, this thing's days are numbered anyway. The fire starts to creep up its body. Doesn't care. It doesn't care. There's a smell of burning hair because it is, of course, laying into Resh's rapidly prone body.
God.
Jack.
So I'll go there, and then I will throw out a mind sliver at the remaining turtle demon thing creature.
Alrighty. That's an intelligence save?
Yes.
Terrific. Yep, that's the real fucking bad one. That is a 10.
Okay, so it takes 11 psychic damage.
It pauses over Resh's throat, ready to deliver a final blow, and instead, pink goo comes out from where its ears are as its brain melts, and it's gone. All right.
Do you have any more healing potions, perhaps?
Oh yes, I have a ton of healing potions.
I dare say Rush would be ever so grateful if you were to help him out.
Fine, just slap that one so he'll wake up.
My pleasure.
Wait, I'm in Dreamland. I want to see my dragon. Don't wake me up.
So, Resh, you are once again brought conscious as you receive Right, this time you regain 6 points.
I can make your day slightly better. Someone has to slap our compatriot, and I decided to save that honor for
As
you.
soon as, like, before he even finishes his sentence, Resh is already just walking over and like
Just slaps the fuck out of me.
just
And
straight
claws
across.
out.
He claws out.
Yeah.
He doesn't even actually get out this like the part about slapping. Just the
100%.
second.
Like as soon, he's like, what? Like it's slap. It's like the slightest gaze towards hot pants. He's just like, all right.
Whack. So am I? So
Hot
does
pants.
the dragon fade away from me?
You're in this astral realm. You have a few more moments in this strange between worlds realm. You snuggle up to the dragon.
I want to yell at it in Draconic and be like, "Who are you?"
Yes, you do that, and then it's rushing and fading away from you as you've got cat scratch fever across your face.
Who are
And
When
you once again,
said, "Who are you?" But all you hear is Blink-182. Where are you?
Where are you? I'm sorry.
who are you?
Where are you?
And you are back in the room, and the
Oh.
lady tiefling says, "All right, well, you'd best get these creatures into a crate. You know, they're worth a pretty penny, and they have a show to do tonight. So
Do you have a sturdier crate than that one?
we'll take a crate, and we'll take some other crates, and we'll build a second crate around the first crate, and a third crate around the second crate, until it's all crate. Will that make you happy?"
Yes, actually.
I think this
He's
could-
a cat, and you're talking about boxes and boxes and boxes. He is so
Look over,
excited.
Wretch is sitting in one of the crates.
Yes.
If it fits, it sits.
He's just standing in it because he can't actually
Yeah,
sit down.
yeah, but
He's
you can you just see his head like sticking above it. He's just sitting there.
I do have to ask, what kind of show do you have with creatures like this?
The kind where they tear each other asunder,
Oh shit! They
For
have
the-
cockfights.
make benefit of extremely rich people's bets.
Given the overly arduous nature of our task, I think I would deeply appreciate some tickets to said show, complimentary, of course, to how should I say, enjoy this vicariously.
Yeah, let's watch some other people get their
Well-
asses kicked.
We always make sure that there's a representative of the order there at the show.
I think
Suppose
that
it's
would
fair
be
enough.
perfect.
Yes. Well, I don't have a say in these things, but I'll speak to Skint about it.
Thank you.
Very well. Now, come on. And she grabs one of the creatures by the tail, and part of its body just kind of sloughs off onto the floor. But come on now. Teacup Tarasques don't fucking pack themselves away.
just gonna start scooping baby
Scooping
teacups.
it up.
Yeah.
Scooping teacups. And you guys have done it. And y'all can go ahead and consider that you will negotiate for a long rest at the beginning of next session, but I think that's good for now.
Yeah, it's 10.
I think that's good. Yeah.
long rest.
Woo, okay. Yep. And wow, I really fucked you guys up with those guys.
Woo! You almost
proud of
fucking
myself.
killed us, but I resisted the virgins and I came back and got high on PCP, so we're good.
You did. Actually, and I feel like your character would probably know this. That is a drug that is referred to as star stuff, and it's exactly what it seems. It basically allows you to astral project across
Yeah.
multitudes of planes.
I didn't get to talk to my dragon friend, but I did get a nice little cuddle and I got to piss him, so maybe he'll recognize
He
me
did
if we
not
come
seem
across
like he
him in the
was
future.
responsive, so
Well, maybe
yeah,
I made a friend. Okay?
maybe.
You never know.
I sure don't. Oh my god. Hey, Michael, fucking A+ work. Just like in general, like everything was like that was calculated as shit right there. That was actually really impressive to watch.
What did he do?
The hypnotic pattern.
Oh yeah,
fucking
that
saved
was-
your asses like
Yeah.
right off the bat.
I'm like,
That's what
did
he
do?
fucking did.
Yeah, that would have been a lot worse. Fucking.
I'm sure you would have had it handled. It's all
Well,
Dysonia's
yeah,
fault.
he does that, and then he also ignores the fight most of the time. But I mean, that's just Michael.
He's biding his time. It's in Avatar terms, it's neutral chi.
I think it's called being a smartass, but you know.
Well, then he's in good fucking company, isn't he? That was amazing.
have one
I've run that
oversight.
encounter before. It ended very differently. Your charisma's high. You just don't use it wisely.
Don't
That's
use it
all.
wisely.
Wow, here's my dick again. Blah,
Here's
blah.
my dick. Yes. Hot Pants has an anxiety attack and doesn't know what to do and pulls out his dick.
Because that's what people with anxiety
No,
attacks
hey.
do. Very common thing for people in panic mode.
This is not what I'm supposed to be doing every time I have.
I don't know.
Centipedes in my vagina? Okay.
I'm sorry, what?
It's more common than you think, Adam.
The funny thing is, I know what that's from, and I'm dying now. Thank you.
I didn't think it was common at all, so I guess it would have to be. Woo! Damn.